In 2018, the federal ban on legalized sports betting was lifted. Nevada, New Mexico, Mississippi, Arkansas, West Virginia, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, and Rhode Island became the first 8 states to legalize sports betting. 10 more joined in 2019, and as of this video, 33 states have live and legal sports betting. And by the end of this video, you'll understand how do sports betting companies make money, why are states legalizing sports betting, and lastly, why do people bet on sports to begin with? And throughout this video, you'll realize just how manipulative these sports betting sites have become. But the biggest reason I'm making this video is because it hits so close to home. Just 2 months ago, on January 1st, 2023, sports betting became legalized in my home state of Ohio. And for the past 2 months, I've been absolutely bombarded with every ad imaginable.
DraftKings Sportsbook is coming to Ohio. You'll be so down in every place, you forget to eat your wings.
Download the app now to get $200 in free bets, plus a shot at $100.
Disrupt the free throw.
But life doesn't offer you $150 in free bets when you bet just $5. So bet on Fanduel.
Customers, head to the DraftKings Sportsbook app to claim your free bet now.
I can't watch, read, stream, or do anything without seeing some type of sports betting ad, which made me start researching why is all of this happening right now? Why am I being hyper-targeted with ads? And that's when I found some disturbing evidence that I'm the perfect target for these sports betting companies. Fanduel and DraftKings are the 2 biggest sports betting sites on the planet. They were started in 2009 and 2012, which means they've been in the game for over a decade. These guys know what they're doing. But when I learned about their massive marketing schemes, it was pretty mind-boggling. According to iSpot TV, which is a TV ad tracker, in 2015, Fanduel and DraftKings aired an ad on national television every 90 seconds. And that same season, Fanduel and DraftKings outspent the entire beer industry in the month leading up to the NFL. How do they have so much money to spend on ads? Well, it's because sports betting sites are so profitable. So here's how sports betting sites make money in its simplest forms. If 2 teams are identical with a 50-50 shot at winning, the sportsbooks would set the odds at -110, meaning if you wager $100, you'd win $90. In this case, let's say 10 people bet on the Greenwich Gophers and 10 people bet on the Reddington Redhawks. Because it's 50-50 odds, half the people would win and half the people would lose. The winners would keep their $100 and they're paid an additional $90, while the losers would just lose their $100. So the betting sites pay out $900, but the losers collectively lost $1,000, meaning the sports betting sites made $100 on that single bet. Now multiply that bet by millions of people betting hundreds and thousands of dollars, their earnings quickly snowball. And you know who the most profitable customers for gambling sites are? Males aged 18 to 35. Yeah, that's me. I'm in trouble. So it makes sense why I've been ad blasted all of 2023 because I'm their most profitable customer. It also makes sense why all my friends gamble because we're the demographic to most likely gamble. But that got me questioning, why do people even gamble in the first place? And that's what we're gonna find out right now. See, I originally thought that most people gamble or bet on sports solely for the money. So whether that's their side hustle or they want to get rich quick. But there's been thousands of studies on gambling, on sports betting, that conclude that the longer you play, the more you end up losing. It's because of the house's edge, that -110, that the casinos and the sports betting sites will always end up winning long term, and you'll always end up losing. So why is it that people bet on sports even though they know the odds are stacked against them? Well, I actually talked to one of my friends who regularly bets on sports, and he actually gave me a new perspective on it. No, but Nick, that's what I'm saying. So like, you made like over $1,000.
Well over 1,000.
Right.
Yeah.
But then, yeah, you got to think about like the time too. It's like,
yeah, it's recreational though in the sense that I enjoy it.
Sure, yeah,
It's
it
like
doesn't feel like work,
exactly.
right?
Yeah, like I genuinely am like studying it and like looking at a whole bunch of things, but and stats and everything. But I enjoy it because I'm genuinely interested, anyways.
And it's really opened my eyes on sports betting. Almost all my friends and peers who bet on sports don't really look at it as a side hustle, they look at it as entertainment. They're already interested in sports, and placing bets on them makes them even more entertaining to watch. Most people are already invested in the NFL, the NBA, the MLB, but now they can potentially make more money from betting on their favorite teams, which makes them even bigger fans. So even though they know sports betting can lead to significant losses over the long term, it provides them fun and entertainment in the short term. But that still doesn't explain why states have had such a massive push towards legalizing sports betting. After all, gambling is addictive. It can lead to homelessness, foreclosures, bankruptcy, loss of job, even ruined relationships. Why would any state want this for their citizens? Well, I'll give you a big hint. In 2018, total sports betting revenue in the United States was $430 million. In 2019, it doubled to $910 million. In 2020, it's up to $1.5 billion, and tripled again in 2021 to $4.3 billion. State legislators are realizing just how profitable online sports betting is, and they want a piece of that pie. So state and local governments are going to legalize sports betting so they can charge taxes on it. And typically the government taxes a gambling operator's revenue, so even if they just get 1% of the $4 billion earned in 2021, governments are getting an extra $40 million per year. It's all about the money. It's always been about the money. And sports betting sites will do anything to keep you coming back. Now, I think this is some of the most devious stuff that sports betting sites do, and if you've ever bet on sports, you've already fallen into their trap. Betting is so profitable that companies will literally give you free money in order to entice you to bet more. These free bets are called incentives, and they are extremely profitable. Incentives keep people playing. For example, if an algorithm knows that a player is likely to take a break if they lose 3 in a row, it'll automatically offer a risk-free bet so they continue betting without the risk of losing. On the surface, it sounds like a no-brainer, like why not bet this free house money that they give you? But the money returned on a risk-free bet can't be cashed out. It can only be spent on more gambling. Free bets, sign-up bonuses, and other incentives are a winning proposition for the gambling companies because they keep you gambling.
Then my $5 is gone. But it's free. It's a free bet, is what it was.
A free $5 bet?
Yeah, I got a free $5 bet.
Yeah, DraftKings like hands out $5 and $10 free bets all the time.
Not only will they hand out free bets, but they'll also offer you bets like these. Bengals to score 1+ points in a single game. Obviously, you're going to take that bet because it's essentially a risk-free bet. So here's the visual I came up with to understand sports betting holistically. People bet on sports, sites make money, sites spend money on advertising, free bets, and lobbying to make sports betting legal. These 3 things naturally entice more people to gamble, and it keeps them gambling for longer. This in turn makes the sites more money so they can spend more on getting you to start gambling more. They want you to stay in this circle for as long as possible, and the best way to get out of this gambling cycle is to never get in it in the first place. I've never downloaded DraftKings or Fanduel because I know about the $200 free bets that they'll get you with as soon as you sign up. I don't even want to enter the circle that they try and get you in. But if you're feeling stuck in the gambling cycle, one of my recommendations is just to unlink your bank account within the sports betting app. That'll create some friction and it won't let you deposit money as easily. I would also avoid certain situations where you're encouraged to gamble, such as Super Bowl parties or sports bars. Remove yourself from the environment of gambling and you'll find it easy to avoid it altogether. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you learned something from it as well. And if you do have a gambling addiction or you know someone who does, make sure you call this number. Take care until the next one.